I'll take that role, I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on. The reason why we watch in women's basketball isn't just because of one person, it's because of me too. Those words came straight from Angel Reese's mouth just months ago. The Chicago Sky rookie positioned herself as this massive draw for women's basketball, a self-proclaimed needle mover who supposedly brings fans to arenas in droves. Angel just received the most brutal reality check of her career when she returned to LSU for her homecoming game. What happened next? Something Angel definitely doesn't want anyone to see. Empty seats, vacant sections, a half-filled arena that tells a story Angel's social media followers refuse to admit. The so-called star, who claims she's revolutionizing the game, couldn't even fill the stands for her return to a championship home court. And when Angel realized just how few people actually showed up to watch her play, she absolutely lost it. Let's break down why this reality check hits harder than any block Angel has ever thrown down. This wasn't just any game for Angel Reese, this was her homecoming, her triumphant return to LSU, the place where she won a national championship, the place where fans supposedly adored her, the court where she rose to stardom. Everyone expected the arena to be packed, right? Thousands of excited fans rushing to witness Angel Reese's return to her alma mater. After all, she's got millions of followers on social media, she's featured in major advertisements, she's constantly telling everyone how important she is to women's basketball. But when game day finally arrived, something shocking happened. That 13,000-seat arena wasn't even half full. Just 6,300 fans showed up to watch Angel Reese play. Over 6,700 seats sat empty, staring back at the camera. That's more empty seats than filled ones. The pictures from inside the arena are straight up embarrassing. Wide sections with nobody in them at all. The upper bowl completely closed off because there weren't enough fans to justify opening it. Let's do the math, shall we? How many seats were actually left that night? Over 6,800 in a 13,000 capacity arena. That's more than half the seats available with nobody in them. Furthermore, the tickets were going for as low as $15. That's basically the price of a fast food meal these days. For the price of a burger, fries, and drink, anyone would have watched a WNBA player who keeps telling everyone how important she is to women's basketball, and people still weren't interested enough to come out and watch. They needed 6,607 fans just to reach 50% capacity of that arena. They couldn't even hit that low bar. They fell short by about 300 people of filling half the building. That's not just disappointing, that's straight up embarrassing for someone who talks as big as Angel does about her impact on the game. The broadcast team tried their best to hide the empty seats. They kept using really tight camera angles to avoid showing all that empty space in the arena, but social media caught the real story. People posted pictures showing just how empty the place really was. No amount of camera tricks could hide the truth when thousands of seats sat there with nobody in them. The atmosphere was almost dead compared to Angel's college days. Less energy, less excitement, and way fewer people than during a regular LSU game. Despite getting a good reception from the fans who did show up, the Chicago Sky rookie coming back to the place where she won a championship, where the fans adored her, and where she rose to stardom, instead, she walked into a building that was emptier than full. Look at all those purple seats in the lower bowl section, and then the entire top bowl? Forget about it. Nobody was there, period. Now here's where things get really interesting. Angel has been talking non-stop about how she brings fans to women's basketball. She's been going on and on about how she's growing the game and bringing in new viewers, but these empty seats tell a completely different story than what she's been claiming. The pictures don't lie. They show exactly how many people actually care enough to show up. There wasn't anybody there. It wasn't even half full. The real attendance number at Angel's homecoming game proves she's nowhere near the draw she claims to be. Only 6,300 fans in a 13,000-seat arena is a major embarrassment for someone who talks so big about her impact. That wasn't just any game for Angel, this was her homecoming. This was her return to the place where she won a championship, where she became famous, where her fan base should be the strongest. If Angel Reese can fill seats at LSU in her own college arena, where exactly can she fill seats in? While Angel Reese was playing to all those empty seats at LSU, something completely different was happening with the other rookie everyone's talking about. Caitlyn Clark's impact on attendance tells a vastly different story. Clark's preseason game with the Indiana Fever didn't just have a decent crowd or a good turnout. That game sold out completely. Every seat was filled with fans dying to see her play. The arena was packed from top to bottom with people excited to watch Caitlyn Clark do her thing on the court. Not a single empty seat in sight. The contrast between these two rookies, it's so obvious it hurts. One rookie can't even fill half an arena in her college hometown where she won a championship just a year ago. The other rookie sells out venues wherever she goes. People literally can't get enough of Caitlyn Clark. They're fighting for tickets to see her play. Here's where it gets even crazier. When tickets went on sale for Clark's preseason game at Carver Hawkeye Arena, they didn't sell out in days or even hours. Those tickets vanished in just 27 minutes. That's less than half an hour for every single ticket to be purchased. People rushed to buy those tickets like their lives depended on it. The Indiana Fever has even started scheduling games in bigger arenas. Why? Because the demand to see Caitlyn Clark play is so huge that their regular venue can't even handle all the people who want to come and watch. They literally had to find bigger buildings because so many people wanted to see her play basketball. That's the definition of a true star. We can finally end the arguments. We can stop the whole "there's more than one needle mover" narrative when it comes to attendance. As far as individual players go, the evidence is clear. People are paying hundreds, sometimes even thousands of dollars on the secondary market just to see Clark in preseason games. These aren't playoff games or championship games, mind you. These are basically practice games, and people throw down serious cash just to be in the building while she plays. Now compare that to Angel's situation. Her game had tickets going for as low as $15, and even at that price, people weren't buying them. That's cheaper than a movie ticket in most places these days. For less than the cost of seeing the latest blockbuster movie, anyone could have watched a WNBA preseason game featuring the national champion Angel Reese, and people still said no thanks. Before anyone starts thinking this is just about college loyalty, let's be clear. Caitlyn Clark is selling out WNBA venues she's never played in before. These aren't just Iowa fans following her around, these are basketball fans from all over who want to see her play. Meanwhile, Angel couldn't even pack her championship home court where she should have had the most support. What makes the situation so wild is that Angel has millions of followers on social media, millions of people who supposedly care about what she's doing, what she's saying, what she's wearing. But where were they when it was time to actually show up and watch her play basketball? Let me answer that. They were nowhere to be found. It's like they only care about her Instagram posts and not her actual basketball games. The narrative about people are watching me too, people are showing up for me too, that narrative, it's just cap. The numbers don't match the narrative at all. Only 6,300 fans showed up to watch Angel Reese's big homecoming game. That's about what you'd expect for a regular season college game, not a professional homecoming for someone who claims to be driving viewership across the entire nation. If Angel is really bringing all these new fans to women's basketball like she says she is, where were they when she came back to LSU? This disconnect between what Angel says and what the attendance shows raises serious questions about whether she's more of a social media personality than a basketball draw. Is Angel famous for playing basketball, or is she famous for being famous? Because the evidence suggests it's more of the latter than the former. People seem more interested in her social media drama than her actual basketball skills. Well, Angel Reese fans aren't basketball fans, and they proved it that night without a shadow of a doubt. A lot of Angel's followers are fans of Angel as a celebrity rather than basketball fans. They're not even watching the games, let alone putting their money where their mouth is and going to the games. Remember when Angel went online and made that big statement about why people watch women's basketball? It spread across social media last season. Angel didn't just suggest she was important to the game, she flat out told everyone that she was a major reason why people are watching women's basketball right now. Angel confidently stated, "The reason why we're watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too." Those were her exact words, not someone else's interpretation, not something taken out of context. She basically claimed she's just as important to viewership as anyone else in the game. But those attendance figures from her LSU homecoming game don't back up her claims at all. The numbers don't even come close to supporting what she's been saying about her impact on the sport. It's starting to look like Angel Reese is just a social media influencer wearing a basketball uniform and not the game-changing star she claims to be. She's got the followers, she's got the brand deals, she's got the online persona, but what she doesn't have apparently is the ability to get people to actually show up and watch her play basketball. These attendance numbers have completely demolished Angel's previous statements about bringing eyes to the game. The empty seats speak louder than any Instagram post ever could. You can say whatever you want on social media, but real-world attendance doesn't lie. And in Angel's case, the attendance is telling a very different story than the one she's been telling. Look at those pictures from LSU. You can see all those empty seats where Angel Reese played her homecoming game. No way to hide it. The fans just didn't show up. That tells you everything about who's really bringing new viewers to women's basketball. While Caitlyn Clark sells out arenas in minutes with people paying hundreds for tickets, Angel couldn't even fill half her home court with $15 tickets. That's the tea. The reality is right in front of everyone. In the battle for who's actually moving the needle in women's basketball, those empty seats at LSU already gave us the answer. The numbers tell the story, the ticket sales tell the story, the packed arenas versus empty seats tell the story. One rookie is changing the game and bringing in more fans than ever before. The other is finding out that social media followers don't automatically translate to actual fans in seats. And that's the reality of the situation, whether Angel wants to admit it or not. Make sure to drop a comment below on whether you agree. Has Angel Reese been exposed, or does she deserve more credit than this video suggests? Let's hear what you guys have to say. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss another Hooporting video. See you in the next one, and just when you thought things couldn't get any messier, here comes the headline that's lighting up the internet. Chennedy Carter officially banned after her shocking hit on Caitlyn Clark. Click here to watch.